Hey friends, this is Jessica
and Jag
with Copperdeserthomestead. This week we are taking a much needed break out in nature. Our kids are with grandma and
married time,
it's
hunting,
just
nature.
Yeah, lots of backcountry hiking. It's been like, I feel like I have to get adjusted to the pace because it's quiet and that feels weird.
We don't have like the ambient noise of kids that we gotta check on, feed, change diaper.
Totally. Yeah, so it's
fun.
It's so good. I think now that I'm getting into it, but at first you almost feel guilty, like, why am I just sitting down and eating and not getting up 6 times and convincing someone to eat their vegetables? It's very bizarre. But anyways, we are on the back end of our hike today, and we thought we'd sit down. The light is so nice, the scenery is so nice, and do a little video about why we're choosing off-grid.
You had an idea of 3 F's to keep us focused.
So whilst hiking and trying not to focus on my burning traps, burns so good, not complaining, just moving through it, I thought, a good way to think of this would be the 3 F's as RY, and that's faith, family, and fortification. So maybe we can just take it one by one.
Okay. Faith.
So, yeah, go for it.
We want to just follow Christ better, and in our current life, I kind of feel like there's too many outer distractions, and I'd like to be more like finding time to read scriptures, talk about it with my kids.
Yeah. Like a slower life. I mean, still busy, but it's just inevitably slower when you don't have to drive everywhere for everything. You know, if your home is also your grocery store and your school and your gym, you know, like you have more time for those sort of important things. And I think for me too, thinking about distractions, it's so much easier to feel the Spirit. I mean,
out here.
It's so beautiful.
You can be quiet, you can self-reflect, you can pray.
Yeah. And I mean, not to say that, you know, you can't do a good job in the city of bringing that into your home, because I think we do. You know, we read scriptures with our kids, we pray with our kids, and they say some really amazing things. Like our 4-year-old the other day told me, just out of the blue, Mom, you don't need to earn Jesus's love. He already loves you. And I was like, thank you for that, first of all. Second of all, how are you so wise? So that's, I mean, we could go on and on, but loosely speaking, for us, we feel that it's easier to feel the Spirit and focus on Christ in
his creation. We created
instead of our creation.
Houses and cities and pavement, and he created every blade of grass, the log we're sitting on.
Sunset. So let's talk about family, which we did kind of touch on already.
Yeah.
Faith and family goes so hand in hand, but we definitely we're a bunch of weirdos that enjoy being together and spending time together. Like we, you know, I know people that their spouse is at work, you know, 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. And it's hard to connect when you're apart that long.
When you get 1 to 2 hours at home and
you're tired.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we want to spend time together. We want to know our kids. I mean,
I want to read the same books they're reading.
Yeah.
So that, like the school, the homeschool stuff we're looking at, like I'm excited to dive into it.
Yeah. Learn together.
there's a lot of subjects that our kiddos are interested in that I want to read about it too. And if we're reading the same books and talking about it, I mean, we're learning, we're having the conversations. We can mix in. I'm great with numbers, so anytime there's any math, anything, and it doesn't even have to be a book about math, but if some numbers come up and I can teach that to my kiddos, and then
like when you're all together as a family doing projects outside, it's just such a natural way to learn. You're doing project-based learning, you're talking to your kids, you know, ours are still little, so about numbers and words and, you know, things like geometry and literature end up getting worked into those conversations, and that's cool.
Even small things, right and left, like which way do you turn the screw, righty-tighty. That's been
Little
helping.
things.
It's been helping one of our sons. He's had an issue with left and right, and learning which way to turn the screws it in, and which one unscrews it and bolts, and it's been helping him with his hands.
Yeah. And again, tip of the iceberg, but those are the things that come to our mind when we think about family. The last one is fortification. So, you know, if you use, if the metaphor of fortification is kind of building your home or your castle, you know, you want strong walls, you want strong foundation, you want nourishment, as in food and water, you want everything that you need within that home, you know. And so
within that unit, and that branches out to individually, to our family, to our land, then to our community and our...
You start with you, right? Because you always have to start with you. And then as you get better and your kids notice and your extended family notices, like maybe they want to learn about growing a garden, or, you know,
land navigation, like we're out now, and I'm half teaching you. You're like, the truck's that way, and I'm like, that way a little bit.
Yeah, sense of direction, not my strength. If I was out here by myself, I definitely would have hit the SOS on the sat phone by now. So thanks for being with me.
I'm your guide, baby.
Yeah, see, I'm learning. We're living and we're learning at the same time. And yeah, so we just want to extend that, and we have no idea what this is going to look like in a year, 2 years, 5 years, but we definitely have high hopes.
High hopes.
Yeah.
And just looking forward to all the time together, learning.
I think it's a calling, honestly, for us.
Yeah, the boys have been so excited.
Yeah.
Talking about, you brought home a homesteading book, and immediately one of our sons found the section on chickens, because he is dead set. He's like, Dad, are we getting chickens yet?
Yeah, like today. We're like, we're still in the learning phase.
We're still learning, bud.
Yeah, we got a few months before we're out there, but I guess we could wrap it up. Thank you for joining us out here in these beautiful mountains. If you want to follow our story, like, subscribe, and share, and comment below, and we'll do our best to get back to those. We're vlogging our journey. We still live in the city, but we're preparing to go off grid in Arizona.
Our land will look a lot like this.
Yeah,
few
lower
less
in
trees,
elevation, but it's gonna be cool. All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
I've been thinking about myself.
Okay. I feel like I'm closer and therefore look bigger. Hey friends, this is Jessica.
And Jag.
And I'll lean forward so I look smaller.
I think that flowed pretty good.